so for my next trick, I have already pre-strung some Christmas baubles onto these lovely little fairy lights. Now, very simply done, and because the fairy lights themselves are so tiny, all I needed to do was to just string through like so, and the bauble just very simply moves past each of the little lights. I'll switch them on so you can see that. So you can see that it actually just happily passes by without any great trouble. Now, because this is the last one, I'm going to take it right back up to the top because I want to keep this as the end part of my display. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my empty wine glass. Yes, I know it's a very sad thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it a little bit happier. Not quite as cheery as it might be with half a bottle of red wine in it, but yeah, you know, this is Christmas. We have to look festive, with or without the wine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to put these in. Now I want to keep the on-off switch in a position where I'm going to be able to get at it, because I don't want to have to pull everything out so that I can put it on and off. So I'm starting to string the baubles in, and these are just standard little baubles that I bought from Asda. Nothing particularly special. In fact, not at all special. They weren't even the extra special ones. It was just normal everyday Asda baubles. So now that I have some of the baubles, or most of the baubles in, I'm making sure that the on-off switch is going to be available for me to see. Now, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take all these baubles and move them back down a little bit towards the end. And you'll see why in a while. You're surprised me too. I'm making this up as I'm going along. It's great fun. That's the whole thing about doing sort of crafty things like this. You can make it up as you go along, and you don't need to stick to the rules. If you're sticking to the rules, you're not being creative. So, here we go. I'm moving all of these down so I can get a little bit more light into the actual wine glass. A sparkling wine glass, yay! And here we go. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle. Yeah. I know, I've got a voice like a crow. Bird's a bird, and all that. Here we go. Okay, so now I have some additional wire with fairy lights. What I'm going to do is try my best not to break them. That wouldn't be great fun. I'm going to push some of the wire down into the glass, just to give extra light on the inside. Now, all the time I'm very, very much thinking, can I get at that little switch? And it may seem like it's disappearing rapidly, but I can still get at it. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to loop these wires. Now, they're very pliable, and because they're very pliable, I should find that I will be able to twist them into the place where I want them to be. And what am I going to do with this at Christmas time? Who knows? It might go behind the door, it might go on the table, it might go on my desk at work. It might just be something pretty for me to use. And so, draping the baubles down and using the wire folded back on itself. So basically that's all I'm doing, I'm just folding the wire back on itself just to keep it all in place. And now I have it all draped down. And when I switch the lights on, which is not going to be as easy as I had hoped. You see what I'm trying to do here? I'm actually trying to put my finger through the glass. Okay, there we go. Yay! So how pretty is that? I hope you can see that, and I hope you agree that that is just so pretty. Thank you for watching, and I do hope that you enjoyed this.